Hello, I hope you are doing fine. So in today's video, we are going to talk about marketing, specifically forecasting. Most people are having trouble doing forecasting, especially for Capsim and COMPXM. So after watching this video, I strongly believe that you'll have actually heads up on how you can do your forecasting well in a way that it will not lead to excess inventory. Before we proceed, kindly consider subscribing to our channel so that you can learn many things about your education life, simulation, and finance. Let us begin. So we can start with making a decision for prices. Our first product this is elite product. Currently, it is priced at $42 per unit. And we are not going to change that because we think it is still okay for round one. Our next product is Ant. This is a thrift product. It is priced at 26. This is too much because if we check what others are doing. The first product was Bell. It was priced at $19 per unit, and they sold 1,404 units in thrift market segment, compared to our product Ant, which sold only 841 units. So it is only prudent if we can reduce our prices to actually be closer to those of our competitors, because you see here what determines how many units sell, especially under marketing, is the pricing strategy, marketing strategy. I think that's all. So we'll reduce our price to $20.5 per unit. And then our next product is S, which is a core product, and we price it at $32, or it was priced at $32 in round zero. So what we also need to do, we need to check what others are doing in core market segment. So the best selling product was Cell, and its price was $22 per unit. Ours was actually number 2, and we were priced at $32 per unit. Okay, for core, despite price being among the most important factors, because actually it's the first factor that customers consider while purchasing a product, it has importance level 46%. We'll only reduce it slightly, let's say to $30 per unit. And then for a final product, which is a nano product, which is X, they charge $40 per unit in round zero, but we'll maintain it at that because for nano and LI, price is not that important compared to other factors. So despite having a higher price compared to competitors, we believe we can still sell enough unit, especially when we have a better ideal position. Okay, now let's go and do the promo budgeting. So here you can have 2,000 for both the promo and sale for all products. So 2,000. So after updating our prices, promo and sales budget, we can see our benchmark prediction has improved. But you cannot use the benchmark prediction because most of the time it is misleading, and also most of the time it does not take into account the competitors' strength. So if you just take the benchmark prediction and use it as your focus, you are likely to end up with too much inventory than what you need. So let's go and do forecasting. This actually is the main part for making this video, because forecasting is quite challenging for many people, and also I find it quite challenging despite doing Capsim for several years, because it is highly dependent on the strength of your competitors. So you need to be very careful while doing forecasting, so that you can take into account several factors that actually influences what customer will purchase, because forecasting actually try to predict your customer purchasing or your company ability to sell more unit to customers. So let's start with the first product, which is art, which is actually an elite product. For art, the total units sold is 772 units, as it can be shown in production information, and we had inventory of 216 units. And for elite market segment, the market grows at a rate of 16%. So we can just take what we sold, which is 772 units, and multiply by 1.16% to get what we are going to sell in this segment in the current year. So 1.16 or 16% growth is acquired from next year segment growth rate for elite, as you can see here. So if we do that, we'll find that we can sell 977 units for art in the current year. Our next product is ant, which is a thrift product. So for thrift product, here is where the problem is, the most of it, because you see we charge more compared to our competitors in the previous round, and the best selling bell charge $19 per unit, and we charge $26 per unit. So there's a $7 difference between our product and that of bell, and the difference between the unit that we sold and that of the bell actually is 563 units. This translates to about a dollar difference compared to bell and our product, and actually a dollar had a difference of 80 units. So if we just take this difference of 80 units and try to figure out if everything is proportionate, meaning that if we reduce our prices by a dollar, we actually gain 80 units, or we sell 80 units more. If we do that, it means that our price of $20.50 will generate 440 more units if everything else is kept constant. And if we do that, we are likely to sell 1,784 units, considering that last year we sold 1,371 units. And if we take that and multiply by the growth rate of 11%, we'll get 1,508 units. And if you add 440 units that we have just gotten from price decrement and increase of units sold, we'll have 1,784 units. And despite that, we are also having a better promo and sales budget compared to our competitors. There's a little chance that Bell is going to increase their promo budget of $1,050 and sales budget of $800. So if we increase our promo and sales budget to 2,000, there's a chance that this will result to additional units to be sold. And if that is the case, we assume that we'll sell additional units of 1,016 units compared to a competitor by having a better promo and sales budget. And that's where we got 1,900 as our forecast for product ant. So for S, in the previous round, S sold 1,830 units, and the market grows at a rate of 10%. So if we just take 1,830 units and we multiply it by the growth rate, which is 10%, so it will be 1,830 units times 1.1. We'll get 2,013 units. But we are also spending more on promotion promotion and sales, compared to our competitors. So there's a likely chance we'll sell more than 2,013 units. That's why we have 2,050. Okay, our final product, which is X, our nano product. If we go to nano, we'll see the market is growing at a rate of 14%, and X sold 922 units. So if we just take 922 and multiply by the growth rate, which is 1.14, we'll get 1050. But we are also spending more on our sales and promotion compared to our competitors, so there's a likely chance we'll sell more than this one. So you can have here 1130. So everything, and the only area that we have not used our growth rate plus variance is where we had product ant, because you see ant, there was a big difference and the price play a major role in what we sell, and that's why we had to calculate like decreasing a price by $1, how many units will it generate in sales. So where there's a big price difference between you and your competitor, you need to devise ways to determine the dollar change of price and how it affects the unit that was sold. So I think for all other where there's no big difference between prices and units sold between your company and those of your peers, you only need to project what you'll sell based on your market growth rate and add some variance or reduce some variance. I think that's all for forecasting and also marketing. Hope you have learned something. If you have any question, kindly consider commenting below and I'll respond to you. Again, kindly remember to subscribe to this channel so that next time you have similar content or any other content that you might like to watch and grow your knowledge, YouTube is going to notify you. Thank you again. Have a nice time.